Everybody, Dr. Sanderson here, and welcome to Unit 6, which is our last unit in the course, where we're going to be talking about social media and career development in sports. So, first of all, just let me say I appreciate all the work that you've done in the course. Grateful for your efforts. And we're going to wrap it up by talking about how social media can be used as a career tool for those of you who may want to work in sports. So, if we think about just social media generally, right? I mean, there's been a lot of jobs that have been created around social media. So we have jobs that are social media manager jobs, director of new media, so the digital marketing manager. Those jobs didn't exist 15, 20 years ago, right? We've also seen social media then influence or impact current positions or current jobs like public relations and corporate communications. Uh, and even HR and law type positions as well, in terms of trying to keep up with policies and rulings and precedents, and how do we then use that within our own organization. And as we've talked about in the course, social media is a huge part of sport, so it makes sense then that there's a lot of opportunities for careers in social media and sports. So I'd really encourage you, if you are interested in this area, to really start reaching out to people who work in this field, because many of it's first of all, it's a very close knit community, but then second, they're very accessible and very willing to speak to students. So within the lecture materials, I've given you a couple resources that might help you with that, and one is the YP Sports Chat on Twitter, which is every Tuesday night at 9 Eastern, which is all it's for young professionals in sports. So it's a great place for students because everyone there tends to be very younger, and they're either looking to get into the industry or they're in their first job or two after graduation from college. So that's a really great place for you to go. The other one would be, and I've mentioned this already in the course, the SM Sports Chat, which is every Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern, and that's just a lot of social media professionals or people who work in PR in sport or kind of communication in sport, talking about relevant issues, and that's again every Thursday at 9 o'clock. Also, just keep in mind, if you want to work in sports in any capacity, whether that's finance, operations, ticketing, sales, law, social media is a great place to find people who work in those areas of sport as well. And so you should feel comfortable kind of, reaching out to those people. Now, when you do that, and whether you do that through a platform like Twitter, you do that through LinkedIn, you kind of need to be, responsible about it and not just say, "Hey, I want to work in sports. Can you help me?" But try and find some sort of shared commonality. Hey, I see you went to ASU, or hey, I see that you have worked in Major League Baseball, and I'd like to work in Major League Baseball. I'm a student at ASU, and I'd really love to talk to you for about 5-10 minutes if I could. And you'd be surprised at how many of those people will be really willing to help you out. So I would just encourage you to do that, because working in sports is very tough. There's tons of people who want to do it, and one of the biggest challenges is you have to know people in sport. And so, how do you get to know people in sport? Well, you can reach out to them on social media and start building relationships. So again, just highly encourage you to do that. And then also, one last thing here you have to kind of be thinking about is your personal brand, which is kind of a buzzword right now. So what are you doing from a personal branding standpoint in terms of marketing yourself, making yourself attractive to an organization? What are you doing that's going to make someone say, well, gosh, that looks like a person I'd love to have be part of my organization? And the great thing about social media, whether that's LinkedIn or a blog or whatever, is that you have the ability to show people that. You can write a blog on, you want to work in sports PR, go start writing a blog on it. Look at contemporary stories and analyze them and put that on a blog. Or, you want to work in social media and sports, start, making graphics and engaging in conversations around social media and sports. So there's some really great ways to show people what you can do. And I would just again encourage you to do that on using social media to your advantage. So for this unit, you're asked to do a personnel profile on someone who works in a position in sport that you would want to work in. So you don't necessarily have to reach out to that person, although if you do and you connect with them, you'll get extra points for that. But in the discussion forum for this unit, you're going to just share with us who you profile and what you learned. And then you'll also complete the personnel profile assignment. So your discussion forum assignment is due, your initial post due by Saturday, and then your 2 response posts by Monday. And then we have a lot coming due here because we're at the end of the course. So your personnel profile is due by Monday, June 26th, which is the last day of the course. Your social media follower paper is also due June 26th. And then for graduate students, your research paper will be due June 26th. So again, just appreciate all your work in the course. Look forward to getting those assignments. And please let me know if you have any questions.